In Knights of the Old Republic 1, deep in the lower levels of Terrace in the Undercity, you might encounter a Rakghoul, a spiky clawed beast who could infect you with the Rakghoul virus or plague. But what is the Rakghoul plague? Where did it come from? Was it ever cured? That's what I'm going to be talking about today as we dive into the Rakghoul virus.
Hey, we don't serve their kind here.
Before the video starts, just want to say that if you like the video, then leave a like and subscribe if you want more. Now let's get to the video. I'll be going over what we know in Legends as well as what's canon, but let's go with Legends first. During the Old Republic time period, Jedi Carnage Muir was exiled from the Jedi Order and banished to Korriban, a world controlled by the Sith. There, Muir learned to use the power of the dark side to manipulate life. Because of this obsession of trying to escape death, similar to Palpatine, as well as take over the entire galaxy, Muir forged a Sith amulet called the Muir Talisman, which I'll just call Talisman. Muir poured his mind, will, and Sith magic into the item. The item was able to make it so any sentient being near the amulet would turn into a mindless Rakghoul. Muir would use this on his enemies and prisoners in hopes to create an army worthy of conquering the galaxy. But the item had a fatal flaw. People who were force sensitive, or beings who aren't a part of the human species, could not be turned into Rakghouls, which led Muir to create the Rakghoul plague. The disease was spread by other Rakghouls by biting or scratching its victims. Leading up to the Jedi Civil War, the Rakghoul plague spread quickly throughout the Undercity of Terrace, where close to 60 million people would have been infected. During that time, Darth Malak and Darth Revan came to occupy Terrace. They brought a serum for the plague, capable of healing those with the Rakghoul virus who have not already completely turned into a Rakghoul. But the Sith only used the serum on Sith troopers that were being sent to the Undercity, not on its citizens. Now in Knights of the Old Republic 1, on Terrace you can find the serum on a dead Sith trooper, and if you're playing on the light side you can choose to give the serum to the Undercity Doctor, Second Form, in which he can use the serum to synthesize a mass-produced serum, sold to those on Terrace for a low price. Shortly after, Malak attacked Terrace, leaving the fate of the serum unknown. 300 years after the bombing, the Republic decided to try to see if they could restore the planet. From this, they found a subspecies of Rakghouls, Neckles, who were force sensitive. A Taiwanese scientist, Samus Lorik, weaponized a strain of the plague and released it on the planet Kaon to get revenge on the Tian hegemony for disagreeing with him, in which Lorik fled to Ord Mantell, where he continued his experiments. Lorik gave a Wisp, a dog-like amphibian, to the smuggler Salma Brak, who was on his way to Tatooine. The Wisp was infected with the Rakghoul virus, which infected Zama, who infected all 492 passengers and crew. This caused an outbreak on Tatooine, infecting both the Republic and the Sith Empire, even infecting Tusken Raiders. In 19 BBY, an oubliette was discovered on the planet Jebel, another planet where the Rakghoul plague bloomed by the scientists taking the talisman to the Mandalorian world, where it would be placed in the oubliette. The oubliette was sold around for years and years until it was in the Empire's hand. Once Celeste Morn was released into stasis and realized her rescuer was a Sith, she attacked Vader and used the talisman to turn the nearby stormtroopers into Rakghouls, releasing the plague once again. A lot of events transpired since then. Years later, Vader sent a scouting party to the moon where Morn was left at. She turned everyone on board the shuttle into Rakghouls, except Vader because he is force sensitive. Morn eventually left the planet, turning everyone on the Star Destroyer into Rakghouls. Years later, in 127 ABY, Morn turned the entire crew of the Iron Sun into a Rakghoul army, thinking they were Imperials. 10 years later, in 137 ABY, Cade Skywalker, a descendant of Luke Skywalker, was tracking down Darth Krayt, but were attacked by Rakghouls. Cade was bitten but healed himself with the Force. This impressed Morn, in which he helped control an army of Rakghouls to attack and kill Darth Krayt. Once Krayt was defeated, Morn asked Cade to kill her as she was losing control of Mur's spirit, in which he did. Muir then wanted to take Cade as a host, but he didn't want to. Using the Force, Cade finally destroyed the amulet, stopping the plague once and for all. Now that's all we know in Legends. If I missed anything, feel free to comment down below. In canon, all we know about the Rakghoul plague was that it was made canon by the Star Wars Hunters video game that shut down in October 2025. The plague was mentioned in a quote in the Reeve Mastery 2 questline, stating, I love to talk about music the whole time, but I know you guys want to hear about my life here in the arena. Well, tell you what, friend, when I first arrived here, everyone avoided me like the Rakghoul plague, so yeah, it's pretty cool that it was made canon. That's the entire history of the Rakghoul plague. If you enjoyed, then leave a like and hit the notification bell, and maybe subscribe if you want to keep up to date with more videos, and also follow me on socials, linked in the description. I hope you have a great day, and may the Force be with you.